A toast to the new season.
Toast.
Toast to the new season. Hold on.
Toast to the new
Toast to the new season.
Toast.
Toast to the new season.
Toast to new season. Now that we've had that toast, could you please do me a favor?
What up?
Start the type train!
You gotta yell at me, dog. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I am here today with my boy, Shooting Star Sheriff. Tell him what is up, cross.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Sheriff is here.
And we are here for a seasonal treat. We are actually here for the 2017 Fall Anime Hype Train. Which, and if you don't know what that is, pretty much we're just going to give you 2 honorable mentions in the 5 shows that we are definitely going to be watching this season of the upcoming anime. Without further ado, let's start it off. One boy, Shooting Star Sheriff over there. Give us your honorable mentions, dog.
My first honorable mention is actually my first honorable mention.
Yeah.
Oh, dog, I was about to jump straight up into the list.
Oh, snap.
I was about to. Alright, so my first honorable mention is actually Maho Sugai no Yome, which what does that translate to again?
The manga's bride.
That one. I remember watching a promotional. I think I watched a trailer for it. It looked super interesting. I like the whole fantasy thing about it, so because I like animes like Magi and stuff, where like the fantasy and the action. Like, I mean, it looks like it's actually gonna be. I mean, it doesn't look like a real action kind of show. It looks like a nice romance. Looks like there's a lot of nice things going on there. But just for like as a mini synopsis, Chiasa, which is, I think she's the redhead girl, but Chiasa Hitori has lived a life full of neglect and abuse, and evidently she ends up finding comfort in that one, the dude that's in the promotional art with her. So which starts like their kind of relationship and things going forward. It looks interesting. So it's by Wit Studio. I know that. So looking forward to that. Don't know what Wit Studio has worked on, but they probably worked on at least something that I've watched once. So first honorable mention for me. What about you, cuz?
It's funny because that was actually my number 1.
Right.
That was actually my number 1. So I guess that's my number 1. That was my original number 1, but I can switch it out for something else. My first honorable mention is, this is gonna be really funny. Boku no Kanajo guy, my Jimmy Shiru show bitch na kin.
You just cussing me?
No. It's pretty much a show about this guy who he has nothing else to lose, so he asks out this girl, like the prettiest girl in school. She's smart. She's kind of like, she takes everything so seriously, and she like accepts it, but she takes being like the best girlfriend like super seriously. And for some reason, in her little mind, all that means is I need to be sexual about everything. Now, this is it's gonna be a pretty decent show. It's on my honorable mention because this season's gonna be pretty like full of like dark theme type anime, and there's a lot of like anime like that this season, and this one's gonna be just something I can cut my brain off and just enjoy, just for the silliness of this girl who's going way overboard with everything. Because for the first time, well, not the first time, but in anime, not too often, but sometimes, pretty famously, like, the girl is more sexual than the guy. And the guy's like, you need to chill. I'm just trying to hold hands. I'm not trying to take you to the bedroom. But that was my first honorable mention. I think it drops. That one. Where is it? That one drops October 12th. October 12th. So, I'm super hyped for that one. Well, not super hyped. It's like the second on my honorable mention, but this honorable mention is like 6 things long. So I'm just narrowing that down to 2. But what about your next honorable mention, dog? Before I keep talking too much.
My next honorable mention is actually. Where are you? No, you. Oh, actually, it's the one everybody wants to watch. My honorable mention is actually Black Clover. Which is weird because I'm saying it's an honorable mention when it's probably the most hyped thing this season. I've heard good things about it. I know it's definitely about a guy who can't use magic, and he wants to be like the king of magic, which it sounds very fairy tale-esque, even though I'm probably gonna get hate in the comment section because of like it's nothing like fairy tale, but it's got like the same kind of scheme or thing, or it's got like they're both based in magic worlds. So, like, come on, give me a break. But I want to check it out. I just want to really see what the hype is about. I mean, it's an honorable mention because it's one of those things where it's like, I'm probably going to end up watching it because it's like everyone's watching it, or it's like I'm going to end up watching it because it's so talked about. But it's not like, am I super excited for it? Nah, I'm just kind of like, okay, I'll watch it. I'm just kind of neutral about it. I really don't have any highs or lows about it, so.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's just funny because that one's my number 3. So, just going all up, digging down in my list. I'll find another one for the 3rd spot, man. Like, that one, it gives you like that fairy tale, that Naruto, and that, the magical index feel.
Okay.
Because he gets like the grimoire that negates magic. Like that guy's hand could take away magic.
Okay.
In the certain magical index. And he's kind of like, or you can say it's like Boku Hero Academia. Everybody can use magic but him, the same way Deku didn't have a quirk and everybody else did.
Oh, okay. I mean, that sounds interesting. It sounds cool. I mean, I want to check it out.
Like it's a dope thing. It's a dope thing. Let's see. Okay, my second. Oh god. Okay, my second honorable mention. I'll move that one up because I have to now. Let's see. It'll be Shoujo Shumatsu Ryoko. And what that is, it's like the entire world is like humanity is like dead, but there's like 2 survivors. There are 2 girl survivors, and pretty much they just go around, they just try to survive and keep their wits about them, and to keep their sanity in a world where it's just them. There's no other, like people. And I don't remember if they fight against anything or they're just trying to survive. I think that's a cool little quick concept of something that you said, oh man, that's gonna be pretty dope. But am I super excited for it? Not really, but it sounds interesting enough for me to give it a few episodes. So that was my second honorable mention. So let's go into your number 5. I swear to God, if this is like my number 2.
It won't.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. So at my number 5 slot is gonna be Dice E-Ray. Dice E-Ray. I don't know if I'm saying that. Dice E-Ray. My pronunciation is off. I'm not Japanese, evidently. I'm black. But basically, Dice E-Ray is it's got this whole like Soviet army, Soviet like Russia versus like it's like set like on the other side of the world, but it's like Soviets fighting against like superhuman powered people. It sounds really cool. It's actiony, so I'm on board for anything with action. So I'm really I saw the trailer for it. I saw the PV for it, or the promotional video for it, and I was like, oh, this looks pretty interesting. Looks like something I have to get to. So guys, brains, something I'm looking for.
That does sound pretty good.
It sounds cool. I'm hoping it's good. Evidently it's originated from a visual novel, so it's got a manga counterpart, which most do. But you know, that's it's slated for 18 episodes, so it's gonna be a lengthy one. Longer than your standard 12 to 13, I guess.
18's a weird number.
18 is a weird number, but that's Daisy Ray for you.
Anyway, that's a whole nother subject for a different video. Let's see. My number 5 is Omae Ate wa Oshiga Tsuyoki na Mananaji. Wanna know what that was about?
What's that one?
I'll give you. So I played Persona 5. We both played Persona 5. So who's my bae in Persona 5?
You better put a picture up on the side. Kawakami.
Woo! Woo! That's my girl. And what is her profession?
She's a maid.
What else is she?
She's a teacher. I'm sorry. I went to.
Why you went straight to maid?
I don't know why.
Her?
Because she be making my curry.
She be making that coffee too. But she is a teacher, and in Persona 5 you play a student. That's pretty much what this anime is about. It's about a student and a teacher being like arranged marriage. They're arranged to be married. And the female teacher is like, nah. The dude's like, yeah. Because, I mean, she's got that sexy teacher. That's a plus. That's a plus. This one's a short, so the episodes are only going to be like 5 minutes long. I assume it's going to be like 12, 13 episodes. I hope they're like really quick, like character developing type episodes. But like I said, it's 5 minutes long. It's probably like the other one before. This is just something to pass the time, something to just watch and enjoy. But that's it for that one. What about your number 4?
My number 4 is actually Code Realize. Sosei no. Gotta read it. Sosei no Higami.
Yeah.
Alright, so I don't know what that translates into. Do you know what that translates into?
I can check real quick. I can check real quick. Code Realize Guardian of Rebirth.
Okay. So evidently it's about this person who's like kind of an outcast from society because she carries like a poison or whatever inside of her. And so like everything she touches like pretty much dies. Like it's like the opposite of having the magic touch.
It's like the kiss of Yoko from Gurren Lagann.
I was gonna say Imagine Death from Family Guy. Like,
yeah, him too.
That's what he does. That's what she does. But then she literally ends up meeting somebody, and then they end up going on a journey together to figure out how to cure her condition. So that's pretty much what it's based off of. Coolest thing about this one, which I didn't know until recently, but this is actually adapted by a video game by Axis Games, They've also published various other notable, like, really good games as well, such as what I'm playing on my channel. Can't even say it, Guilty Gear. So I think it's a video game that's becoming an anime, so a little different there. But I really like Guilty Gear, and I really like the games that they publish already. So I'm definitely giving this one a try.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I read that, and I think I read the synopsis with someone, and the one thing that got me is she's surrounded by like gentlemanly thieves or like bandits or something like that, and I was like, oh, I have to watch this. Like, it just sounded like really like romancy. So, but it actually has a really cool story to it. My number 4, which had to move up from a different honorable mention, is Emoto Sai Ireba Lee. And what that is it's about this guy who's a novelist, and him and his team are trying to create the perfect little sister. Now, I'm pretty sure that means, like, it's kind of like in a manga they're trying to, like, do that. It's kind of like, what was it, it came out not too long ago. Uramaga Sensei. It gives me, like, that vibe, and it also gives me the vibe of the comic. What was that one you told me about with the comic book artist and all his little assistants?
Mangaka-san to assistant-san?
Yeah, that one. It gives me that vibe too. I feel like this is gonna be one of those like funny comedy, happy-go-lucky type things. And like once again, like the last one before it, this is gonna be something that I can watch, turn my brain off, and enjoy, because the rest of this list for me basically is depressing. Well, except for one. My top, like, what is this, 4? My top 2 are like super depressing. So let's move on from that. What's your number? What is this? 3? Yeah, 3.
Honestly, this is actually different coming from me.
Ooh.
My number 3 pick is actually gonna be Just Because.
Ooh.
Which is a romance, which is so unlike me because I'm into my shonen, my young boy manga. That sounds really weird saying out loud.
Yeah.
But never say that again. But Just Because is literally about a group of high school students. Because a group of high school students that are about to graduate, so, you know, they're going through that whole, like, what am I going to do next? You know, after high school is like the rest of your life and what you're going to focus on. Especially in Japan, because they're a lot more bigger on like having a job and being more like being successful as far as like working, because I feel like their definitions and stuff of like their way of life is different. So, you know, it's these group kids that are getting ready to graduate, and then this transfer student comes out of nowhere and kind of starts turning all these the characters that will be involved on top of their head. I don't know how many characters there are, but it'll start like changing their lives around a little bit. So, which is really cool, because it's I think right now like simple romance high school kind of animes right now really kind of gelling with me a little bit. I think it notably has to do with Suridure Children. I don't know if anyone, like, from last season. It was a short, but the way they handled the relationships in that was so well. And they're shorts. It's just a series of shorts for every episode. So I want to gel with something that's going to be a little bit longer. So just because it's definitely going to be one I want to be like a little invested in. So that's my number 3 pick.
Oh,
Got the
awesome.
baton.
That's awesome. I like that. I really do like that. I'll probably end up watching that one too. It didn't make the list because there was like a bunch of other stuff. My number 3 was Kino no Tabi, or Kino's Journey, and all that is just this chick on her bike, on her motorcycle, a talking motorcycle, mind you. And all they do is just go on this adventure. I'm not sure if they're just going places and doing things, or they're like have like a purpose. Like from like the picture, she looks like she's like delivering things to people, or she's going around like she has like a job she's doing by traveling all the way around. So I think that one's gonna be a whole lot of fun to watch. It's gonna be like an adventure type thing, and this is very odd for me because I don't have many romances on this list. Like, I think you have more romances than I do. So I think the roles are kind of reversed there.
First, that's funny.
Well, that is funny. That's hilarious. But let's go into your number 2.
Alright, so my number 2 is actually really, I don't want to say it's really different, but I feel like anime, like more anime like this are popping up. And they're becoming way more popular, especially with stuff that are still continuing, like Ballroom. I'm gonna go ahead and say the anime. The anime that I'm actually really into watching coming up is gonna be RoboMasters, the animation, which I think RoboMasters was something else in the past. I think it was like a manga, or it might have been adapted into something else. But it's basically following this new this student who joins a robotics club. And there's actually this competition. I think the competition is called RoboMasters, where they build robots and they compete in a robotic competition. They repeat in robotic competitions, which they're entering. It's like the world's biggest competition. So it's basically about a kid who literally ends up in a club, which I feel like more anime like that are becoming really, really nice, or really cool, where you have these kids that are doing really nerdy things, or really nerdy people are getting into like different things. Like, I mean, especially with like Ballroom, you know, My Hero, Deku's basically a nerd. You can even go as far as Gamers, where Gamers is literally an anime about nerds. I feel like the nerd code. I feel like nerds as being protagonists is becoming more and more of a thing. So like, especially after how much I love Ballroom, the Ballroom anime now, I really want to give RoboMasters a try, because it's one of those things, like in high school, I wish I could have been in a robotics club. I mean, that's something you probably never knew about me, but I always wish I could do stuff like robotics. So I'm super interested in this one. I want to give it a shot and see if it's gonna be good. But RoboMasters, I wanna see, because there's been a good trend of good anime where characters end up getting into like little clubs and stuff like that. So RoboMasters, let's hopefully you are good. Hopefully you are good.
It should be pretty good. That seems like a pretty cool thing. Like, just building robots in general is like really, really cool. Like, who doesn't want their own Iron Man suit? I mean,
exactly, right?
I want an Iron Man suit. Now, my number 2 is really funny because that one, my original number 2 was something else, but that something else had to be bumped up to number 1. So I had to completely redo this list on the fly. Thanks for that, guys. But
you're welcome. You're welcome.
I appreciate it. This is fun. This is actually fun. But it's my number 2 now is the, what's this called? Osuma Game, the animation, which translates to the King Game, the animation. Like, how many times in anime have we seen like a group of teenagers, they get together, they're like, oh, let's play the King Game. And then someone's the king and they all draw. And like, oh, number 2 has to like kiss number 3 on the cheeks, or number 4 has to streak down the street, or like, no, something like that. It's like that, but like on like the deep end. It's like they get a call. They all get like texts from orders from like a king, and no one knows who the king is, but they get the orders from the king. And if you don't complete the task that you're given, you will be killed. So it's either do it or you die. So, and as the series goes on, the tasks get bigger and bigger and more like ridiculous in scale, and people are like doing it out of fear of dying. So it's kind of like a drama, psychological horror type anime, which I'm not necessarily that big into, but this premise really, really does get to me. I was watching, I think, the Anime Man's, his seasonal video, and he actually went over this and he said it should be pretty good because it's like Myoga, which is translated to the Lost Village, which is like an anime from like, I think either the beginning of this year or the ending of like last year. It was like a couple seasons ago. And he said that it's like that, but done right and done a lot better. Because the Lost Village, I did enjoy it. However, halfway through, it turned to straight ass. So I'm hoping that this one doesn't follow that trend. So I'm really actually looking forward to this one. Which is why I'm glad you kind of took my number 2 from me, so I can actually talk about this one. So that's actually pretty cool. But dog, let's go. What was this, number 2? Yeah, number 2. What's your number 1 anime you're looking forward to this season, dog?
Oh boy, dude. It's a toss-up. Mine just actually split between 2. Mine is actually split between 2. So it's is it cool that I'm split between 2? Is that fine?
Dude, do 1A, 1B, bro. Do 1A, 1B. Do them both.
Alright, so my 1B is definitely going to be the comedy factor, so it's definitely the Netju no Sume. Alright, so my 1B anime is Netju no Sume, which is it's the anime about the 30-year-old NEET that plays video games. She's like a complete shut-in. And she meets somebody that, like, in the game world that she's gonna end up like meeting in the real world, which is gonna lead to like some really funny interactions. Which I'm super into like gamer-based stuff right now because of the Anime Gamers. Which, even though the Anime Gamers isn't all about video games, it's more about just nerds being nerds. I just like that I like that there was an anime like that, and I really appreciate gamers for that. So that's my 1B. I really want to give that one a shot. Now my 1A anime, like my one that I'm actually really looking forward to, is called Junai Taisen. It's about the description's very vague, but it's about this tournament that gets held every 12 years. And it's these warriors, and each warrior stands for like a different zodiac. It's like the tiger, the monkey, the boar, the ox, and all that other stuff. And they literally duke this out for this tournament where the top zodiac warrior will get a wish granted, or so will get like I guess any wish granted. It's supposed to be like an action thriller type of show. So I'm feeling like this is gonna have a little bit of drama in it, a little bit of stuff. I'm really looking for it. This is my big action one that I'm watching this season. I guess it'll probably, depending on if I really like Black Clover, it'll be Black Clover, and Junai Taisen will be my big 2 as far as anime that are coming out of this season. But those are my top number 1s that I'm gonna be definitely watching this season, because I couldn't. One's the really good comedy, the nerdy comedy, and one's like my at-home like action. So those are my 2. Sorry about to split them up, but those are my 2. You got it. What's your number 1?
Dog, you're starting a trend right now. I'm about to do the same thing. My 1B, which is kind of just a toss-up, because I think this is going to be really funny. It's called Osake wa Fufu Nate Kara. And what that is it's pretty much this chick going home after a long day of work, and her husband makes her some drinks, and she just talks about her day and her thoughts. And I think drunken banter is going to be hilarious.
I think I've heard about. Is this the short? This one's like a short, right?
I think it's a short. Hold on, let me check. I do believe this. Yes, it is a short. It is indeed a short. It is it's a short. Gonna be real quick little story. I think it's gonna be like super funny. Just to hear like some drunk chick just talking to her husband, and just hearing him going, yeah. Oh wow. Damn, that's whack. You know, just listening to his drunk wife just go through her thing. And my number 1 anime that was The Manga's Bride, but you already went over that one. So my number 1A for the 2017 fall anime season is Inuyashiki. Okay. Now bear with me on this explanation of this anime. This anime is about an old man named Inuyashiki. He's about 50, 56 years old, which immediately I was kind of drawn to because how often do we get an old man as a main character? Not very often. Not very often at all. Like, the last time this happened was, like, Alice to Zoroku, and I freaking love Alice to Zoroku, but there was also, like a 10-year-old girl, and they were teaching. It was, like, a fun little thing. But that's neither here nor there. He is 58 years old, and he is down on his luck. He is supporting his family. His family is, they're being, like, kind of, like, douches to him. They're, like, they're not treating him right. His job isn't going very well. And he feels like the only person that actually likes him, that actually loves him unconditionally, is his dog. And I think the dog dies, actually.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's starting off, like, terrible. Then it gets even worse, because then he goes to the doctor after having some problems, and the doctor tells him, yeah, you got cancer, you don't have very much time to live. So, this is already feeling a little sad, right? So
this is gonna be like some clan ad levels.
Oh, no. On his way, I think, home or, like, to work or something, he gets, like, abducted by aliens. No, he gets hit by an alien spaceship. They take him. Then he wakes up in his bed and he doesn't have a scratch on him. And his entire body is pretty much like a robot now. So it's kind of following him and his adventures as now a robot old man. There's also another character. I'm not quite sure on him and his entire story. But it's going to be one of those, like, dark, gritty type of shows. Like, how is this old man going to react now that he has, like, this youth and this power now? Like, is he going to, like, retaliate to everybody? Is he going to use it to help people? Like, how is he going to be perceived as a freak? Like, it's so many different ways that they can go with this plot and synopsis. So that's why I'm really, really looking forward to that one. Because I've never really heard of anything quite like this in anime, so this is going to be pretty darn good. I hope, and I expect it's going to be pretty good. Like I said before, that one was my number 2. I was looking forward to the most was The Manga's Bride, but we already went over that. There's also other, like, shows, like the second season, like continuing seasons of things, like Ballroom, that's going to be continuing. If you haven't seen Ballroom, you should really check that out. The art takes some getting used to, but the story itself more than makes up for that. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. There's, like, the 3rd season of Food Wars coming out. There's a 2nd season to Classic Lloyd, which wasn't all that for me, to be completely honest with you. There's the 2nd season to March Comes In Like a Lion. And if you haven't seen that one is very, very beautiful. It's wonderful. And it's about a dude who plays shogi, but you get drawn into this guy's story, and it's like a top tier anime. Like 9 out of 10, easy 9 out of 10. That art also takes some time. Takes like a quick half episode to actually get used to, but you get sucked into the story and everything that's happening in those. There's other things that are happening this season. There are movies coming out this season. I don't know the movies. I don't watch many movies, but that's our look at the entirety of the season. There's a lot of shows that are going to be pretty good that weren't on this list necessarily, but that doesn't mean that we're gonna overlook them. I'm personally probably gonna watch the vast majority of the shows that are gonna come out this season. I don't know if you are, but I am.
I mean, you mentioned a few that I was interested in. I definitely heard about the TV show about the drunk girl. I definitely wanted to watch that. And then there's a lot of good things this season. I like that a lot of it because we really just came off of 2 seasons with a lot of action-packed stuff because we had My Hero, we had we had a lot of actiony stuff all coming off the last season. So now that all those are ending, a lot of it's more like romance and more like fantasy. So they're different things. But yeah, I'm super excited to watch a lot of this stuff. So
yeah, man, no doubt. What are you guys going to be watching this season? Do you like any of the things that we have said? Have we given you something to think about what you want to watch? Maybe you want to check out this or check out that, something that we have on our list. Put all that stuff in the comment section down below. Let's have a full-blown party about it. If there's anything in that season that you want me to review, please let me know. Put that in the comment section down below. But that's all we got for you guys this time. If you like this video, leave a like. Do me a huge favor. Go subscribe to my boy Shooting Star Sheriff. Show the guy some love. Dude's been big time on this channel and his. He's a real big secret on YouTube. Go subscribe, share this guy's video, show this guy all the love in the world. If you like me and you like the format of this video and everything that we're doing, don't hesitate to subscribe to me. Join the squad, share the love, share this video if you want. Show everybody in the world what they're missing. Show them this is the animes that you need to be watching. Show them that Funimation love, what you should be watching. But until next video, guys, peace out.
Peace out.